Good afternoon and welcome to Live at 5 on WBON TV Channel 9. I'm Gwendolyn Morton. We're here where every local story starts here. Some of our headlines we're working on for today: an early morning crash claims the life of a Richmond man. Plus, Berea Community School looking at the option of a shorter school week, and an update from the legislative session. All that plus more news and local sports, plus weather with Sam Ryan coming up here today live at 5. First, we've got some breaking news, though, before we get to our big story of the day. We're getting reports from southern Kentucky that a Wayne County Sheriff's deputy has been shot in that area. This is an active shooter situation, and that is all the information that we have at this time. However, we will be updating that. Keep an eye on WBONTV.com for the latest on that deputy shooting down in southern Kentucky. Now on to our big story of the day. A Richmond man was killed in an early morning accident on the new bypass in Berea. Officials tell WBON TV 9 the accident occurred at the intersection of the old US 25 and the new Berea bypass. Madison County Coroner Jimmy Cornelison got the call a little after 5 a.m. and later pronounced Bruce Anthony Kelly, age 42, of Richmond, deceased at the scene. Early indications say Mr. Kelly entered the intersection and was struck by another vehicle. The motorcycle then subsequently hit another vehicle that was sitting still. Mr. Kelly was not wearing a helmet. Well, Berea Community School is considering a new shorter school week for students. Approximately 900 districts across the nation have transitioned into a 4-day school week, and Berea Independent Schools may now just join them. Considering a novel approach, Berea Independent Schools is contemplating adopting the 5-day flex plan for the 24-25 academic year. Under this plan, students would attend school only from Monday to Thursday, with Fridays being optional. Teachers would have the opportunity for overtime on Fridays, while students could engage in non-classroom activities. Superintendent Dr. Diane Hatchett highlighted the potential benefits such as enrichment activities and athletic clubs utilizing the full day on Fridays. However, the sudden proposal has caught many off guard. Parents expressed concerns about the lack of prior communication and stressed the impact on their families. The absence of concrete plans for the 5th day raised questions and left parents a little uneasy. Others emphasized the challenges of finding childcare on Fridays, given the limited availability of after-school care in Berea. Dr. Hatchett acknowledged the proposal is in its very early stages, with surveys aimed at gauging community sentiment. The district plans to present a school year calendar proposal to the Board of Education in the coming months. And of course, that's a story we'll be following right here on WBON TV Channel 9. Well, Friday night around 8:42 p.m., several Powell County emergency services were dispatched to a call at Hollerwood Off-Road Park for a UTV accident. Initial reports stated 2 individuals were making their way to the parking lot off of a popular off-road park when they lost control of their vehicles and fell off an 80-foot multi-pitch cliff. The female victim was able to call 911 herself. She reported that she was trapped inside the vehicle and that the male subject had been ejected. Personnel from Powell County Emergency Medical Services, Red Star Wilderness EMS, Middle Fork Fire Rescue Number 874, and the Powell County Search and Rescue partnered with civilian bystanders to search the different trails via UTV. One team was able to locate the female patient and dispatched the remaining personnel to that location. A paramedic with PCEMS was able to set up an improvised rope system to gain initial patient access. Multiple rope systems later, and with the help of several different agencies, emergency personnel were able to extract the female patient and transport her to the care of a flight medical personnel. Unfortunately, the male patient was pronounced deceased at the scene. Well, as the legislative session continues, a myriad of pressing topics are in the process of being heard by the Kentucky House and Senate. This week, bills concerning harsher punishment for violent offenders, alternative education, and diversity training at public universities all made their way through the state capitol. With more on this, here is WBON TV correspondent Keith West.
The Kentucky State House and Senate are squaring up for a robust end to the 2024 legislative session, moving major bills on crime, school choice, and diversity initiatives with only 2 weeks to go before their veto recess. Perhaps the most watched bill of the session, the biennial state budget, is also making headway after the Senate unveiled its version of the plan. The $130 billion proposal breezed through committee and cleared the Senate floor with near unanimous support. A conference committee is expected to begin negotiating a compromise between the House and the Senate in the coming days. One measure moving closer to final passage is House Bill 5, an omnibus anti-crime bill that would enhance penalties for some felonies, especially for repeat violent offenders. House Bill 5, after a long debate, won approval on the Senate floor. It now goes back to the House for a vote on the Senate changes. Meanwhile, a measure on diversity, equity, and inclusion on college campuses has won support in the House, and it now moves back to the Senate for consideration. Senate Bill 6 calls for an end to DEI initiatives at Kentucky colleges and universities. The far-ranging bill would forbid differential treatment of individuals based on protected classes like race and sex. It would also prohibit campuses for expending resources on DEI training and offices, among many other provisions. The measure was changed in the House, and it now goes back to the Senate for concurrence. Another major bill related to education, House Bill 2, received final passage in the Senate following several long debates throughout the week. The legislation proposes to amend the state constitution and allow the General Assembly to provide financial support for education outside Kentucky's system of public schools. That would allow the legislature to consider funding other types of educational models in future years. Like all proposed amendments to the Constitution, the changes would require ratification by Kentucky voters in an election before taking effect. Reporting from the state capitol in Frankfort, I'm Keith West.
Thanks, Keith, for that report. Well, another recovery in the Red River Gorge, this time as Wolfe County Search and Rescue swiftly responded to a distress call on Sunday afternoon. An individual had sustained injuries near Jump Rock along the Suspension Bridge Connector Trail. Reportedly, the injured man was part of a kayaking group enjoying a day out when they paused at the Jump Rock for a swim. Unfortunately, he dislocated both shoulders upon jumping into the water. Thankfully, a quick-thinking friend who was kayaking below promptly came to his aid and provided assistance on the shore. Upon arrival, Wolfe County officials and the Menifee County Ambulance Service administered medical care at the scene. Subsequently, the injured man was safely transported via the trail to an awaiting ambulance and later airlifted for further treatment of his injuries. With that, we're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. Man, that weather changed, and it changed quickly. Much cooler out there with maybe a frost coming on later tonight. We've got Sam Ryan in the Weather Center after this.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
I'm Michelle.
And I'm Jennifer, and in the spring of 1992, Bishop's Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Cupcadet, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop's Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in, 119 North Estill Avenue in Richmond.
We can't wait to see ya.
Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. From our attention to detail, a diverse staff, and the best aftercare in the business, there's no better local choice to take care of your family in a difficult time than Davis & Powell. Call in to discuss pre-planning and preparations so there'll be no additional burden on your family. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. For additional information, check them out at davisandpowellfuneralhome.com. Davis & Powell Funeral Home, always going the extra mile.
Are you considering a bathroom remodel? Think about this. Remodeling your bathroom without addressing the plumbing is like going to get a facelift when you need heart surgery. Plumbing is the heart of your home. At Fast Flow, we understand the importance of a well-functioning plumbing system. Our expert plumbers have years of experience in providing top-notch plumbing services. Don't just settle for a pretty face. Choose Fast Flow Plumbing before you remodel and keep your home's heart beating perfectly.
Call a pro at Fast Flow.
'Tis the season for sickness. Protect yourself and those around you with vaccinations at the Harness Health Pharmacies, powered by Mercy Health. Mercy Health Pharmacies offer vaccines for influenza, COVID-19, pneumonia, and RSV. Most vaccines are covered by the insurance, and in case they are not, Harness Health Pharmacy also partners with the primary care clinics for patients that are required by insurance to receive their vaccines there. Stop by the Harness Health Pharmacy in Irvin, located next to the Mercy Health Irvin Primary Care.
Watch The Real McCoys weekdays at 9:30 a.m. on Heartland.
Family known as the Real McCoys.
Watch Laugh-In on Retro TV Mondays through Thursdays at 10 p.m. and Saturdays at 8.
Welcome back to Live at 5 on WBON TV Channel 9. Man, it is cold out there today and looking to get even cooler tonight. We've got Sam Ryan in the Weather Center with a look at the forecast for the week.
Thank you, Grenelyn, and welcome everyone. Got a little bit of cloud cover out here on our Monday underneath that trough that is just up there to the north, technically in Canada, but we're under the influence of that a little bit. However, it's pushing a little farther to the northeast. High pressure starting to build in, and that's going to clear out a lot of the cloud cover. Now, that high is going to slide down to our south. Bottom line is the winds will pick up out of the southwest. That's going to help warm us up over the next couple days. So for Tuesday, Wednesday, it's going to be beautiful outside, but a little bit breezy. And then on sometime late Thursday and into Friday, we're going to have increasing clouds and sort of a complex systems coming together. There's going to be this wave, it looks like, forming in the Gulf and then turning up into the mid-Atlantic states. Meanwhile, another little wave on our north side. We're going to be in the midst of that, and we could just get some light rain showers on Friday and Saturday. So winds out of the southwest again here for the day. Tuesday and Wednesday, gusting just over 30 miles per hour at times. So you'll be able to feel that one. They do dive out of the north here Friday, Thursday and Friday, but again, much lighter, and we're going to have a few drips around. Doesn't look like a lot of rainfall right now, but there's a lot of uncertainty because of the complexity of that. So we'll be in the middle 20s waking up here Tuesday, a cold start, highs in the low 50s. Again, dry weather overhead for the next few days until about Friday. That's where we could have some very light showers at this point. We'll see, though, if the two waves to the north and south can come together a bit more, we could get a little bit more rainfall. So we'll kind of keep an eye on that. Anyhow, we're looking at 57 out here for the day Wednesday. And then 47, a bit cooler Thursday. The winds diminish some. 54 on Friday with a chance of those drips. And then more unsettled weather, really, as we head into next week. I think that's where we'll pick up some good rainfall for the spring. All right, Grenelyn, back to you.
Thanks, Sam. And for weather all the time, you can find it on Channel 9 online. Check out our Facebook page and WBONTV.com. A traffic stop in Laurel County led to the arrest of a Manchester man, Alan Ray Riley, 25, on Saturday morning. According to officials from the Laurel County Sheriff's Department, Riley was apprehended on Ferriston Road. Allegedly, Riley was driving at an excessive speed and ignored a stop sign, prompting the traffic stop. Officers suspected Riley of driving under the influence and discovered drugs in his possession. As a result, Riley faces charges including DUI, first-degree possession of a controlled substance, possession of drug paraphernalia, among others. He has been detained at the Laurel County Detention Center. On a disturbing story out of Russell County, 2 individuals have been arrested in Russell Springs following a criminal child abuse investigation. Emily McKinney, 27, and Joe Johnson, 30, were apprehended following an incident initially reported as an attack by an unknown stray dog on a 10-month-old child on March the 12th. The child sustained serious injuries and was initially taken to the Russell County Hospital before being transferred to the University of Kentucky Hospital. Despite efforts, first responders were unable to locate the stray dog. Then on March 15th, troopers visited the residence on Bluebird Drive in Russell Springs to interview the child's mother, identified as McKinney, and her boyfriend, Johnson. The investigation revealed that the dog responsible for the attack was not a stray, but owned by McKinney and Johnson. Additionally, Johnson had concealed the dog's whereabouts after the incident. McKinney faces charges including first-degree criminal abuse of a child under 12, endangering the welfare of a minor, and false reporting resulting in emergency response. Johnson is charged with tampering with physical evidence and false reporting resulting in an emergency response. Both McKinney and Johnson have been incarcerated at the Russell County Detention Center with investigations ongoing. On March 17th, the Kentucky State Police Pikeville Post responded to a report of a missing person, Vanessa Crum, 52, from Van Leer. Concerns arose when she failed to show up for work. Investigators traced her cell phone signal, leading Pikeville Police Department to discover her vehicle submerged in the Lavisa Fork River off of US 23. Tragically, Vanessa Crum was found deceased at the scene. Detective Mahala Lewis is leading the investigation with assistance from various agencies, including the Pikeville Police Department, Kentucky Department of Fish and Wildlife, and the Pike County Emergency Management. All right, with that, we're going to take another quick break. Michael Watkins in today with sports. We've got all that coming up next right here, live at 5.
The Kentucky Music Hall of Fame is home of legends and rising stars. See the best of the bluegrass as they showcase their musical talent on Live at the Hall. Each month's show will feature performances and interviews with new and exciting Kentucky musicians. Watch Live at the Hall Sunday nights from 6 to 6:30 on WBON Channel 9.1 and streaming on WBON Roku, Facebook, and YouTube channels. Check your local cable provider for listings. Live at the Hall is brought to you by Rockcastle Tourism, Team Kentucky, Marcellus Farm to Fork, and Lone Star Farm and Home.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
How do you protect your family during a disaster? Have a plan of action for tornadoes, floods, earthquakes, and for an incident at the Bluegrass Army Depot. Know what you will do and how you will contact each other. Having a plan helps to keep you calm and not panic. Visit EstleCountyEMA.com to get started today. Plan today for a safer tomorrow.
If you love local sports, you'll love the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. Join your host, Micah Watkins, Samantha Burford, and Dawson Rule as they cover sports news for the greater Madison County area. Get your local sports news every Monday night from 6 to 7 on WBON Channel 9 and on Y92.5, V99.3, and CBS Sports Radio 103.5. The Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show is also brought to you by the Richmond Raceway, the Law Office of Patrick O'Neill, Nuevo Vallarta, and Bishop Small Engine Repair.
Leeds Fine Jewelry, located in beautiful downtown Richmond, has been a trusted name for 30 years. John Leeds handcrafts unique jewelry that is sure to stand out above the rest. Come see the selection of red Kentucky agate necklaces, earrings, and rings, available in both silver and gold. Leeds also specializes in jewelry repair and restoration. Visit Leeds Fine Jewelry, nationally known and locally owned.
Transparency is what separates Kentucky Roof Works and Restoration apart from the rest. They offer free roof inspections and estimates and are here to serve all over Central Kentucky. Their team of experts will help you break down the cost of a new roof or repair and help you make the most informed decision possible. From wind and hail, fire and smoke damage, residential or commercial, Kentucky Roofs and Restoration can do it all. Like them on Facebook to learn more or call 859-200-5065.
Welcome back to Live at 5 postseason basketball. This time of year in this state is just something magical. The thrill of the Sweet 16 for high school teams and following Kentucky or other favorite teams in the big dance is what makes this time of year so special.
Thanks, Grin. I am back with you today. Excited to be here. Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you're staying warm on this cold Monday. First, let me start the sports segment by saying happy birthday to my oldest child, Reagan Taylor Watkins, turning 7 years old today. Happy birthday, Reagan. In the sports world, it's that time of year. Time to get your brackets filled out and challenge myself, Dawson, Samantha, and everyone else competing in the WCYO 100.7 The Coyote Bracket Challenge. Our media partner is once again giving you a chance to win cash, a new TV, and more prizes. All you have to do is go online to WCYOFM.com and click on the Bracket Challenge tab and fill out your bracket there. Each week on the sports show, we'll break down the standings and look at the bracket itself and see where we all stand as we go through the madness that comes with this month. Speaking of the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show, tonight on the show, Samantha and I will break down the bracket and how we filled our own bracket out, so be sure to tune in for that tonight at 6 p.m. Speaking of brackets, the KHSAA Sweet 16 will get started on Wednesday of this week at Rupp Arena. Some of the favorites in the tournament include Great Crossing, Lyon County, Trinity out of Louisville, and Warren Central from out in western Kentucky. We'll take some quick looks at the tournament each day as we go throughout the week here on Sports. And after a 22-win season and the program's first appearance in the Atlantic Sun Conference semifinals, the Eastern Kentucky University women's basketball team accepted a bid and an invitation to the 2024 Women's Basketball Invitational Tournament known as the WNIT. EKU is set to appear in its first WNIT since 2002. The Colonels await a to-be-determined opponent as the bracket is revealed tonight, earning one of 37 at-large bids in the field. As of last night, EKU will open play in round 1 from March 20th to March 22nd. The full WNIT release can be found online. EKU will take its 10-7 record on the road in the WNIT, the best away record in a single season in program history. Baptist Health Arena will be unavailable for play as the arena undergoes renovations, but EKU finished the 2024 ASUN Championship on Tuesday, dropping a 68-57 decision to number 3 seed Central Arkansas in the semifinals. That loss was EKU's first semifinals appearance as a member of the new league. The Lady Colonels will be appearing in the first national postseason tournament since 2013 when the program played in the Women's Basketball Invitational, that's the WBI. This week's postseason announcement marks EKU's 5th national postseason tournament in program history. They've been to the NCAA tournament twice, the WNIT now twice, and the WBI once. In EKU's only appearance in the WNIT, the Colonels defeated Missouri State by a score of 72-65 in overtime on the road in the opening round, and then EKU played Alabama in round 2 at home, suffering a 99-77 loss. EKU joins Central Arkansas and Stetson as 3 ASUN Conference institutions in the field. Stetson earned the league's automatic qualifying bid, finishing second in the conference. Also, EKU and Murray State are the only programs from the Commonwealth of Kentucky in the field. Both teams spent most of the season receiving votes in the collegeinsider.com Women's Mid-Major Top 25 poll. That'll do it for sports today, folks. Don't forget to fill out your brackets online at WCYOFM.com. It's free and fun, and see if you can beat our scores. Grian, hope you're staying warm down there in your studio. This evening, let's send it back over to you.
Thanks, Michael, for that sports update. We're going to take another quick break. Lots more news coming up, including a note from the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet. That's all still to come right here, live at 5.
And at the half, EKU leads state 21-7.
I love the way these look.
Thanks.
Yeah, go Colonels.
Is it here? Hey, Coach. It's right here, but shouldn't you be at the game?
Carry your favorite team with you everywhere you go with a new EKU branded debit card from CG Bank. No matter what season it is, always show your Colonel pride.
Has anyone seen Coach?
Are you looking for a brand new SUV that won't break the bank? Look no farther than Jack Burford Chevrolet, home of the newly redesigned 2024 Trax. Bigger, bolder, more refined, and starting under $25,000, the new Chevy Trax is really upped its game. Come see us at Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond or check us out at jackburford.com to see everything this new Trax has to offer.
Heard the name Chenault Vineyards, but what do you know about it? Chenault Vineyards is a place for the community to enjoy. Central Kentucky's premier event and wedding destination with 5 event venues, full-service catering, over 13 varieties of wine, live music entertainment, seasonal food options, weekly themed Wednesday night out and girls night out, trivia, murder mystery date nights, and free yoga on the point with beautiful views. Everyone can find something to do at Chenault Vineyards. Want to know more? Follow them on Facebook and Instagram or plan your night out at ChenaultVineyards.com.
For years, Richmond residents have been searching for a heating and air company that can do it all. That search is now over. Don't let the name fool you. Fayette Heating and Air serves all over Central Kentucky for both commercial and residential customers. With Fayette Heating and Air, they promise that no matter the issue, no matter the time, you can expect award-winning heating repairs the first time, every time. Visit FayetteHeating.com to learn about special financing and how to sign up for the Comfy Club. With Fayette Heating and Air, complete home solutions.
If it won't go down,
call Mr. Reuter, the best in town.
What do I do now?
Call Mr. Reuter, the best plumber in town. Mr. Reuter is Central Kentucky's affordable and reliable plumber. Right now, get any drain in your home clean for only $89. Call 859-253-CLOG. That's 859-253-CLOG. So if you've got a problem that won't go down, call Mr. Reuter. He's the best plumber in town. He'll clean any drain in your home for only $89.
Now I know who to call.
Call Mr. Reuter.
Bye-bye, Poopy.
Richmond has its very own TV station, WBON TV Channel 9, featuring 4 new TV channels of programming. Our primary station, 9.1, is available over the air with an antenna on all area cable systems, Roku, and our live player at WBONTV.com. You'll love the local sports and other local programming, including the only local newscast for the greater Richmond area, live at 5 daily. Find out more at WBONTV.com.
Welcome back to Live at 5 on WBON TV Channel 9, where every local story starts here. Traffic to warn you about: the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet advises motorists of a scheduled closure on Bethel Road. That's 1268 in Jessamine County. Temporary closure is necessary for cross drain installation. That's going to be Wednesday, the 20th, from 8:30 to 3:30. That road will be closed at mile point 9.15, and you will need to utilize an alternate route east. You can use Shun Pike, West Frankfort Ford Road, and all work enclosures, of course, tentative basis, subject to change for weather. Thanks for joining us today here live at 5. Don't forget, it's Monday. We've got the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show still to come right here on Channel 9 at 6 o'clock. Join Michael and Samantha. They're going to be talking the madness of March, and they're going to be talking about their brackets specifically. But don't forget, You can fill out your own bracket right here with WCYO FM. Go to that website, fill out your bracket. You could win thousands of dollars, up to $50,000 in cash, including lots of other cash and prizes. That's WCYO FM. I already filled out my bracket. I just go by color, not going to lie. So you're definitely going to do better than me. Go there now, fill out that bracket. Going to be lots of fun. Have a wonderful afternoon out there. Stay warm. I'll see you tomorrow live at 5.